Good morning. Welcome to WQEE 99.1. I'm Donna.
And I am Bruce.
And this is
Lyrical Wisdom.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Donna.
It's such a beautiful day here in Little Noonan, Georgia, isn't it?
Glorious. That is, it's glorious, and I want to say this with a special nod to a visit I once had to Edinburgh, Scotland. It's brilliant.
Oh, I love that.
It's just brilliant out there. Yeah, it is just brilliant out there. It's so gorgeous out there.
Yes, and I hope each and every one of you are having such a glorious day,
glorious
too.
Day out there. Yeah, get out there, take your shoes off and socks.
We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. Put those feet in the ground. Let's give a quick shout out to Dave from Grantville.
Yes, thank you, Dave. Thank you for sending your request. Remember, you can send your requests to
lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That is lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. We can also have them sent to 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com.
Remember, keep listening because your request will come who knows when.
Who knows when. We try to do them in the order that they kind of come to us. It is a download, it is a message, it is something that is spoken to us in a very, very subtle way, and we love to go with it. So Please listen in because we will get to your request.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Dave from Grantville, for Where the River Flows by Collective Soul.
Give me a moment. Got to get this weight up off my chest. Don't feed me sorrow. Pain is a poison I digest. Find yourself another soul to hold. You think, you thought, I know. Off upon my journey I must go. To where the river flows. To where the river flows. I'll give you answers to the questions you have yet to ask. Silence is beauty. Words, they only complicate the task. Find yourself another soul to hold. You think, you thought, I know. Off upon my journey I must go. To where the river flows. To where the river flows. Make no more wishes. All of my patience has been spent. Gods of the season, lead me to my next incident. Find yourself another soul to hold. You think, you thought, I know. Off upon my journey I must go. To where the river flows.
You know what I love most about this song, Bruce?
I'm going to take a guess, but I'm going to say all of it. But
Well, yes. Where the river flows, water, the element given to us that our bodies are 3/4 of.
I'm about ready to explode.
Water
That's beautiful.
is so healing. So for me, when I keep hearing this, go to where the river flows, where the river flows, for me, I see that as a place of healing because the water, allow it to flow through you, cleansing, clearing, cleaning everything that no longer serves you.
Your
right?
own waterfall.
Yes. So that's what I love most about this is that flowing river, cleansing, clearing.
Which is where a waterfall is sometimes where a river flows. Mm-hmm. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the river always flows to an ocean, to a lake, to the source.
Yes.
Which is beautiful.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was reading that and I thought about where the river flows in the sense that a river can flow in anywhere really. because the river is truly in control of its own destiny.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
And it always goes to a collective.
it always
place.
does. Yes, it always does. And it's funny because that's some would say deep in earth is where the water comes from, and it comes out to the surface, then goes up into the air, and then comes back down to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And so
In rain.
In the rain, and so it's a constant cycle, a sacred cycle.
Yeah.
But
So give me a moment.
yeah.
Who is he talking to?
Well,
I'm saying
know,
he, but
right.
you know.
Yes. I believe that in a way he is speaking to himself,
Or just everybody.
or just everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
Please give me a moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, wait a minute. I've got to get this weight up off my chest.
Yes.
So he's obviously feeling something very, very heavy.
Very heavy.
Because he didn't just say, get the weight off my chest. He said, get it up off my chest.
Yes, like it needs an extra lift. Mm-hmm. It has been sitting there,
Yes.
dwelling a little bit for a while, simmering,
Right.
if you will.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
getting heavier and heavier
Yeah.
and heavier.
Giving in to gravity.
Yep.
And then, don't feed me sorrow.
Yeah.
Pain is a poison I digest. And I like that because I like how you said, he could be, because a lot of us could be saying, give me a moment to ourselves, but I like how you're saying, give me a moment. And in a way, the way that you guys can't see this, but I saw Donna say a little bit of, talk to the hand. You know what I mean? Like there's that little gesture there. But that's beautiful because that is true, in the sense of, all right, you know what? I need myself for right now. Give me a moment. And don't feed me sorrow. Like that kind of moment of like, give me a moment, don't feed me sorrow, because pain is a poison I digest. Like, I'll eat that up.
Right. And I think, for me, I see this as him talking to himself. In other words, also who he is speaking to give him a moment could be that pain that is a poison that he digests, the darkness,
Yes.
the negativity
from his
that is welling up inside because of
Yeah.
the weight that's on his chest.
It's been sinking in there.
Yeah.
It's been just giving into that gravity. It's got the little marks from sitting on that rug for a long enough time that you pick up that piece of furniture and there's the feet marks right there, And so, I agree. He feels that weight and that, it is that kind of pushback is a popular phrase, I think, sometimes today of don't feed me sorrow, pain is a poison I digest.
Yeah.
I don't need any.
Right.
And, it goes on into the find yourself another soul to hold, because I think sometimes the pain is a poison I digest, and the sorrow that they're saying, don't feed me this. I'm not going to listen to some of these voices that I might have in my head trying to convince me of these things, or I won't listen to these messages I get from maybe turning on the news today. I don't need this sorrow, I don't need this pain, because I can digest that real easily. So find another soul to hold on to, because I got mine.
Exactly. I do see this as so much deeper than just a person talking to a person that could be in a breakup or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I saw this as just a pure, I'm in a healing modality. I am searching deep within my soul, and I'm finding this weight on my chest, and I'm all of a sudden, sorrow can go in and go, why am I so sad? Why is my heart hurting? And then it's like, oh, no, give me a moment. Pain is a poison, and I take it right in. And so he speaks to that feeling.
Yes.
That feeling that he's healing.
Yes.
And says, find yourself another soul to hold. Because it does. It takes over your soul when you hold on to negativity, to pain, to sorrow, to things like that.
Yeah.
And you said, your brain starts going.
Yes.
You think, you thought.
Yep.
Well, I know.
Yes.
That's the next line.
Yes.
So he's saying, you think, you thought, I know.
Yeah.
In other words, I know. I know it's my own self
Yep.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
making me this way.
Yes, yes.
Because I think too much, I've thought about it, and I'm holding on to it. So off on my journey, I must go.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
To where the river flows.
To where the river flows. To
Yeah.
where it may, in a way, where it may take me, the unknown, and where I know it will take me as well, because it's something I've already experienced. It's a little bit familiar. I just, I don't know exactly what it's going to turn into this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just got a great vision in my head. Leftover from Stairway to Heaven. Anyway, visions in my head. To where the river flows, to where the river flows. As you were speaking, you said, it's like a destination unknown.
Yes.
For me, it's like, throw your oars down. Let go.
Let go.
And just flow.
And just, that's
Just
beautiful. That's
flow with the river.
And let it allow it to release as well. That's also part of what I was hearing from talking about. Upon, find yourself another soul to hold, you think, you thought, I know, off upon my journey I must go to where the river flows, so that, as we go on that journey, we're also able to let go, so that we can then put those oars down and let ourselves go with that river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that's when you release. You release that weight on your chest. You release your sorrow. You release your pain. And your soul is freed.
It's so free, because then that weight could be an anchor holding you in place in that river. Mm-hmm. And that is difficult.
Yeah. Because you can feel the water rushing by.
Underneath you.
Yeah.
You're pulling against the flow
And what
of the
happens? Fear.
Incredible fear, because
Yeah.
you have all these thoughts going through your head of what's going to happen to you.
You think you thought.
And the best part about those moments, because this goes through this song, is that it says, you think, you thought, I know. Mm-hmm. Knowing is so powerful.
Oh my gosh, yes. And in that knowing, I'll give you answers.
Yes.
To the questions you have yet to ask.
Oh my gosh, yes. Because there's that knowing of the questions you have yet to ask, the unknown possibilities that we know are going to come, because we've experienced them. They're familiar, but we haven't experienced them yet. And it's such a powerful thing, because knowing that we have these possibilities to come,
Yeah.
that's so powerful. And using the word yet in there, it's another very powerful word. And that's why I love how it says, silence is beauty. Words, they only complicate the task.
Yes. I think the beautiful thing about this is I see it as, who's the I? I'll give you answers to the questions you have yet to ask. I think that the I'll is the that beautiful spirit that we have within us.
Yes.
It's our I am presence.
It's the knowing.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the knowing.
It gives you all the answers.
Yes.
You haven't even thought about asking them yet.
Exactly.
They just come in when you're in that place of flowing with the river.
Yes.
Because you have released all that weight on your chest, the sorrow, the pain.
Yes.
And you've freed up that space.
Yes.
For spirit to come in and give you the answers you have yet to ask.
And to give you that in-spirit inspiration.
Yes.
Yes.
And silence is beauty, because in the silence you can hear the answers.
Yes. Especially as they come from your body.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And when you are in that state of what do I have to do next? How come this isn't working? And
Yes.
and you start you filling your head with those words.
They only complicate your task.
They complicate the task.
And one of the things that can lead to the list making is something that we do to try to feel organized. A lot of people I'm going to use little quotation marks and say they feel guilty of list making. But that also has a way of, in moments where we kind of let that run free, it can create panic. Because then our mind, they become words of, I have to do this, I have to do that, and they only complicate the task. Just like what this is saying, is it creates this sudden dread. And it becomes that fear, exactly. And we only complicate the task.
Yeah. So find yourself another soul to hold.
Yes.
You think you thought, I know. Off on my journey, I must go to where the river flows, to where the river flows. I have heard it, not so much now for some reason, but earlier, a few years ago, the big saying was go with the flow.
Yeah.
Go with the flow.
Yes.
It was always go with the flow.
Yes.
So, this is in a nutshell what this song is saying, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I like how it says, make no more wishes. Because before we actually started speaking to you guys out there, Donna and I were speaking about words and how powerful they are. And one of the words that I like to point out here is that it says, make no more wishes. And that's because a wish has no defined outcome.
Right. And for me, it has that attachment of want.
Exactly.
Or need.
Yes.
And when you are in that space, the universe definitely answers you with more wanting and more needing.
Exactly, because you're basically asking for more lack.
Yes.
And
so definitely make no more wishes.
No more wishes.
No more wishes.
All of my patience has been spent. Gods of the season, lead me to my next incident. And all of my patience has been spent. I find that to be interesting, but I also will say that it says, lead me to my next incident, because it's not a statement of, I'm done, I don't have any more patience, I'm just, I'm spent. It's saying, I can't wait to see what happens next.
I see it, yes. And I see it as tied in to the making no more wishes.
Yes.
In other words, I'm going to stop wishing because my patience has been spent. I've been waiting and waiting for this wish to come true. And now my patience is gone.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to...
So gods of the season, lead me to my next incident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's this belief that, honestly, just like I think I just said, is, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
find yourself another soul to hold. You think, you thought, I know. Off upon my journey I must go to where the river flows.
Yeah. The gods of the season are what really intrigue me, because most people resonate with only one God. And to see the word gods here, for me, I love it in the fact that there is an acknowledgement of God is everywhere and everything.
Yes.
And therefore, whether it is winter, spring, summer, or fall, the God is there of that season.
Right,
because that season, there are many different ways to experience God.
Yeah.
Through nature, through prayer, through religion, through ceremony,
through
things.
a burning bush.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to quote the book, I couldn't agree with you more. It's a true statement, I think, in this song to gods of the season. It's just every season that there can possibly be. Because, if you think of the word season as not just being the seasons like winter, spring, summer, fall, if we think of them more like as also the possibility of seasonings, I don't know how many there are at the grocery store that I could go pick up, or how many people grow in their garden. There's multiple seasonings. Yes. I'm just thinking, like you could apply seasons in a different way to however you kind of feel, and that's a really important anchor in these lyrics is the feeling and the feeling of the emotion as it's expressed in this song, in this feeling, and in the knowing, because that is a sensualization that I think is really important, because that is, for me, key in that sense of the seasons, because that season could be, some people think of winter as a harder season.
Right. It's like a death. It's going, the bears hibernate, it's like you go within, it's too cold to be outside, you stay indoors, it's, yes. And to add to that, Bruce, I also know that seasons are within us, within our bodies. And so God said the season for me is the child.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
The toddler, the teenager, the young adult, the adult. And then you go into the mature adult and the wise, the elder. You know what I mean? And so for me, that's also what he's saying here is lead me to my next incident. My next beautiful unfolding of life.
Whatever happens next.
Most people, I don't know, do you? I think that some people would see incident as a negative word.
It is, I think, mostly in the way that we use it, it's usually used in a way of describing something that could be potentially negative. In this incident, we had this happen. What happened in this incident was this kind of an incident. It's in the way that it's described. The semantics are mostly, I think, exactly like you said.
I think the key point, however, is that after the word incident, there is always something to follow. Something happened.
Exactly.
After the incident. And it doesn't matter what the incident was. Right now, what I'm focusing on is the after. Right. So God said, the season lead me to my next incident, because he, for me, the author of these lyrics is saying, I've been to where the river flows, and I know the beauty that's on the other side of every incident. Because I know how to let go of that weight, that pain, that sorrow, that fear through the flowing river.
Absolutely. But still capable of seeing it with the eyes of the first experience.
Right.
With that same sensation of that, because to me that's also because I agree, that's the different seasons, that I couldn't agree with you more, the different seasons of the human growth experience, if you will, of how we grow as human beings. And I love that, but it's like we know, the knowing that we've experienced this before, it's familiar, we just might not remember it. And or we know it, but we don't really know it, It's just that kind of confirmation. It's just that kind of thing that we feel, and so I agree, I couldn't agree with you more. I find it funny because, the incident is such a fun word in this song.
I see this as joy.
I do too.
I see this as, I'm not making any more wishes. My patience has been spent. And he's calling in the gods of the season. He's joyful, saying, lead me to my next incident.
I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something that I got this. I got my soul. Find yourself another soul.
Find yourself another soul to hold.
You thought
I know.
I'm off upon my journey. I must go. And
To where the river
it's
flows.
that joy of jumping in that boat, jumping in that raft, jumping in that inner tube, and just kind of floating down that river.
Knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you do have the capability to let it go.
Yes.
Especially where the river flows.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
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 That's beautiful.
This was awesome. I
Yeah.
really appreciate you, Dave,
Yeah,
from
thank you.
Grantville, and
Thank
all
you.
of you who have sent him requests. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
very
We
much.
appreciate you being here
We do.
on WQEE 99.1 FM and listening to our wisdom on lyrics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So remember, you can send your requests to
lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com, or directly to the radio station here at 99 Classic Rock at gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com.
Yes, we truly appreciate each and every one of you, and especially you, Ryan, for allowing us this beautiful opportunity
Absolutely.
to share lyrical wisdom.